Hello. Alright, so we're going to go back into the DLC. We'll progress further through the township. We'll finish up the township and head into the actual abyss. Or, at least what is starting to become the abyss, anyway. So I'll take this elevator back down. Alright, so the easiest way of dealing with all this is to just shoot them in the head from here. I have didn't put on the feather arrows. There we go. And as long as you're back far enough, they won't actually realize you're here. They won't aggro to you. He keeps ducking too low. Alright, the big thing is killing the sorcerers, just so that they're not trying to kill you while you're dealing with these guys. Because there are some around the corners too that'll try and mess up your day when you actually run in here. So just watch out, there's some around the corners when you come down. Throw up right away. But it's much easier if you just kill off the sorcerers from the doorway. Alright. So we've got this guy in here. And he's covered in chainmail. And God knows what else. So just mind yourself, that attack right there can wreck you. Also, most if not all of your attacks will bounce off. Whoa. He deals a lot of damage, and the fact that your weapons bounce off when you hit him just gives you such a large window for him to retaliate. Ow. You can see, even with a good shield, still losing a lot of durability. Ow. Oh. Careful of running too far away to heal, because he'll trigger his little charge thing where he drops his head with the giant pipe sticking out of it, and he'll just run at you. But I'm pretty sure once you kill him he doesn't respawn, but it doesn't really matter anyway. We'll activate this elevator. Hello? And we'll grab the last bonfire here. Actually, we'll kindle once just to get enough for this section. Just because things in here hit pretty hard, so I don't want to get stuck running out of flasks. So it is pretty dark in here, so you can use cast light, or you can wear the sunlight maggot, or you can use the skull lantern if you like. It'll help a little bit. Chasm of the Abyss. Come around to this side. Thank you. So you can see all the eyes in the darkness. So that one is a sorcerer, I'm pretty sure. Because his head's not bobbing back and forth like the others. Yeah. Oh. Is it a sorcerer? Oh. Oh my god. I'm just firing blindly into the dark now. What? Where is he? What's happening? Oh, there we go. I don't know if that was a sorcerer. He didn't move like a sorcerer. Moved very sporadically. But the sorcerer is the one we want to watch out for. Oh, is that him there? No? No? Oh no, okay. He didn't really move like one of the sorcerers, but he sure was. Ow. Like I said, things hit hard. There's Titanite Shard. We'll get this sorcery. The Abyss sorceries, the dark sorceries, are very, very strong. And kind of broke the game for a while when the DLC was released. And I mean, you know, even still, they're super broken in PvP. So if we look down here, we can see all the little humanity sprites. So we're just going to come around here, down this little walk, and then we see these guys are going to start to pull. I actually just killed them now. So this is a good place to farm for humanity. Big surprise. So the larger the humanity sprite, the more likely it is to drop humanity. Ow. But just be very careful because, as you can see, they don't actually have attacks. They just walk at you, and if they hit you, they deal a lot of damage. So what do I get? 1, 2, 3? 2. Might as well just clear this area out first. Ow! Oh shit, I forgot about him. Oh, I'm so dead. Oh, I'm so dead. Okay. Oh, I'm so dead. Well, I thought I was being smart rolling off onto the fog, but I rolled a little too far. Alright. We really gonna play this game again? Okay. Kill this guy again. I don't want to kill the other 3 because they won't run to me. And I already got the sorcery. I completely forgot about the sorcerer on the other side of that room. But oh, okay, we're good. So that's him dead. Oops. Yeah, if the sprites overwhelm you, they can deal a lot of damage really quick. Ow. Okay. And there's a twin. So I picked up like what? 6 anyway, humanity? So I had the like 4 regulars and then the 1 double. So like I said, not a bad spot to farm humanity. Obviously, I mean they're humanity sprites for a reason. So we'll come back up here now that we've cleared this out, and this time we'll come back down the normal way. So if we step onto this platform directly over the mist, it'll collapse and we'll fall down. Won't take any fall damage because of the mist, and we see a familiar face. We see Alvina. Oh, and she disappears. And we see her again. And we see the humanity sprite here. Oh, it's another twin. Just want to make sure I don't miss it, because sometimes they get turned around. Oh yeah, there she is. Oh, somebody's left a message too, just so that I don't mess up. Clear out these sprites. Oh. Big one is deceptive and how far away it is from me. I mean, I do have the gold serpent ring on, but still, getting a lot of humanities. So we'll activate this elevator. Which brings us all the way back up to the Royal Wood. So we can use the bonfire after the Artorias arena is probably the easiest, and then you can come through and go down the elevator for the run back. Probably is the simplest way to do it.
Oh, you have quite fine that. Well, I've had.
No, he's done talking to us. Do I need anything from him? No. Yeah.
I'll be seeing you if you survive.
Okie dokie. So we'll go right back down. we'll come back to where Elvina was standing. Oh, we'll come forward to where Elvina was standing. Like I said, I get turned around sometimes. And we have an illusory wall. Actually, I will. Oh, whoops. There we go. So we'll come in here. There's more humanities. There's some kind of glowing something. Get back here, you coward. So something's glowing in the middle of all these humanity. And I don't know if you can see who it is just yet. You can actually see the effect there. The humanity was trying to move through that barrier and couldn't. So obviously you can see now that it's our good friend Sif, clutching Artorias' sword. Or, you know, possibly more likely her own sword that was given to her by Artorias. A replica of his own. And now we've rescued the Great Grey Wolf. And we get the Cleansing Great Shield. Which is a really badass shield. So the Great Shield used by Knight Artorias, who succumbed to the Abyss. Scarred by the Abyss, he used this to form a barrier to protect his compatriot Sif. Although this drained the shield, its magic defense remains high. So it requires a ridiculous amount of strength to actually use. It looks pretty cool though. So, you remember how I told you to pay attention to what Artorias looks like in that fight? The fact that one of his arms is completely destroyed? Artorias wielded a great shield. So that man wielded a great sword in one hand and a great shield in the other. If you can only imagine what it would have been like to fight him before he actually fell to the abyss. So they give us these prism stones to lead us around, which is especially helpful if you don't have the maggot helm or a light source. So if we come up this one, we will be where that sorcerer was who killed me, or led me to my death. And we pick up a humanity, come back down here. So Artorias, knowing that he would not be able to survive his excursion, his challenge of the abyss, he left behind his great shield in order to protect Sif, because he knew that his duty was to continue on into the abyss regardless of whether or not he knew he'd survive. But he left behind his shield with Sif to make sure that she would survive the abyss while he ventured forth. And so we see that Elvina, she led us to Sif in order to save her. We get the Black Flame, which is a really fun sorcery. Elvina led us to Sif. So we know that there's some kind of relationship between at least between Elvina and Sif. There's reason to believe that it's possible there's a relationship between Elvina and Artorias, because Alvina is the one who created the whole covenant that protects the grave of Knight Artorias. People dying to humanities, or maybe to the sorcerer. Um, so she leads you to Sif in here so that you can save her, and she guards Artorias' grave in our time. So it's very reasonable to believe that there's some kind of connection between Artorias and Alvina. What that could be is purely up to your speculation, but it's interesting to wonder. So we come down. I think there's some more humanity. Come down here. I think there's a white. Uh-oh. Passed right through him. Ow, 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 uh-oh. So you see, they don't actually attack you, they just kind of run at you. It's almost like they're not actually trying to do you harm, they're just trying to almost embrace you. And I believe it was the Dark Fog sorcery. I read the description, and it says something along the lines of the dark of the magic being similar to the dark within ourselves, within humanity, which is ironic that it damages humans. Let me just, I don't know why I'm trying to remember the description instead of just going to it. Nope. Dark Fog. In theory, relatively close to humanity, it also happens to be a terrible poison, perhaps reflecting man's cruelty on himself. So there's a reason that this message is here. You can actually see, and we have the Black Bow of Ferris, and maybe I shouldn't show you this at all because it might be too tempting, but if you equip the Hawk Ring, and have the Black Bow of Ferris, and are able to free aim, you can actually hit the boss from here. Although you have to get it lined up just right. Yeah, you can actually kill the boss from here. You can do it if you want. This boss is exceptionally difficult. It's I'm trying to think if I'm being hyperbolic by saying this, but I think it's probably the only boss in this game that truly still gives me trouble. Which is why I usually don't come and fight this boss until I've kind of taken care of everything else. Although I don't really have any soul. I do have 7 humanity. That is a great deal of humanity to lose if I just die like a chump. Eh. What's the worst that could happen? I'm just gonna do my... Uh-oh. I'm wasting my crystal magic weapon because I forgot to switch this first. Uh-oh. Oh, and I took it off. I'm an idiot. You have the coolest helm for this cutscene, though. So we're grabbed by the same hand that pulled us into this time. Which seemingly belongs to the Father of the Abyss. Where is she? Ow. Should probably not. Oh. Okay. Oh, I'm not. Oh, actually, I don't know if it matters. I kind of forgot about that until right now. Actually, probably needed to quit and reload. Okay. Well, anyway, I knew that losing those. I was too busy trying to do something once I remembered that it was part of this. But I'm just gonna leave. Actually, I think I will. Well, either way, I'll warp back to the township. Get rid of this stupid hat. Might die here anyway. No reason to reverse my hollowing. So we're gonna come out here. So Ciaran leaves once you give her the soul of Artorias, and she won't come back. When you kill her, she'll drop her set. The set that she's wearing, she'll drop that. The Lord's Blade set. It's a very cool armor set, and it's not terribly heavy, so it's definitely worth checking out if you're interested in it, if she hasn't already left for you yet. Because if you do say no to giving her the soul, I think twice, or if you say no and then consume it. Oh my god, please stop jumping around. Why are dogs the worst enemies in this game? Yeah, if you wait too long, she'll just straight up leave, and you won't see her again. That's all there is for her quest line. She is, oh my god, just stop. She is not a terribly fleshed out character for the DLC by comparison to some of the others, but her story is pretty compelling nonetheless. And hello? Full exploration of her story isn't fully done, but she doesn't have quest lines or anything like that like some of the others. Good luck. So we come through here, get to see this beautiful arena. And we see Calamite. So this arena as well is something to look at. It's hard without a lot of background knowledge to know what you're looking at, because you don't know what you're looking for, but So if we come down this way, gonna grab this. Gonna grab this. Hello? Uh-oh. Here comes the big boy. Run back to this ladder. Am I dead? Am I dead? No, I'm good. I actually don't know if you need to do that or if it works right when you just when you see him fly into the arena at the beginning when you walk in up here. I'm not sure which triggers it. You're welcome to just come in far enough to see him fly down in that way, and then we're gonna go talk to Hawkeye. And then if that doesn't work, you can go down into the arena and bait him in. So Calamite is pretty much as far as Go is concerned. The last living dragon. This guy's trying to co-op for Artorias. It does surprise me how many people are actively playing this game. So we'll run up around the tower. And we'll go tell our new friend that we can't seem to fight the dragon because he won't stay on the ground.
Tomorrow, the black dragon posing the duress?
Sure is.
Yes.
Look at my health. He did this to me.
It's called Calamite. Ferocious dragon indeed. Even mighty Anna Londa dared not provoke his ire. I see little good coming from this, but my intent is to persevere to the bitter end.
Of course. That's what I'm here for.
Good, good. What is bravery without a dash of recklessness? I've taken a liking to thee,
I love this man.
and I owe thee much for thy service to Artorias. Now, watch and see how Goth hunts dragons.
Do your thing, my guy. You can see all the sawdust coming off of him. So he feels for his bow there. You can see all the sawdust falling off of him as he stands. So obviously he's been sitting there for some time. That's right, buddy.
Yes.
Got that right.
A truer shot was never loosed. That bat will be grounded for a good spell. The rest is in thine hands. I await good tidings. Dragon slaying. Knighthood's highest calling. He is an ancient dragon. Skywood or no, he will not be put down easily. However, we knights fought valiantly, but for every one of them, we lost 80 of our own. Exhilaration, pride, hatred, rage. The dragons teased out our dearest emotions. Thou will understand one day. At our twilight, both thoughts return in great waves of nostalgia. I suspect thou hast taken the dark of the abyss, which swallowed poor. It seems that this dire fate, but seduced by a dark, they awoke that one's demise.
It awoke that thing itself and drove it mad.
If thine wish is to succeed, then thou must face Manus.
The dark emanates from Manus himself.
Even if this land shall expire, but even so, one day the flames will fade.
And then a very poignant line
and only dark will remain.
That we heard in the opening cinematic.
Such as thyself.
One day the flames will fade, and only dark will remain.
I would have much to talk about.
I would have much to talk about with that blacksmith. How is the old chap, I wonder?
Still hammering away, I should hope. No, you know, the truth still.
So we get confirmation of the relationship between the two giants that we meet.
Farewell, human. I await.
It's a bit of an enigma. He is. But we're still not quite done. There's more to this man. So it's interesting to ponder about the giants. You know, really the only two giants we have any real interaction with are him in this distant past and the blacksmith in Orlando. They obviously knew each other, which makes sense because Go was a knight of Gwyn and the blacksmith was, you know, in Gwyn's own castle. Okay, I think I'll leave that be there for now, and we'll head out of the DLC for a minute. Just gonna pop one of these. This. Alright. And now I'm going to do one quick check at Firelink to make sure everything's in order. Make sure that none of the quest lines get messed up or crisscrossed or upside down. And then we'll head on to our next Lord Soul area. Okay, Sigmund is gone. Gale Archus. Petrus is still here.
Oh, I'm so.
And we'll check on Rhea. This is 14. Yeah, I think I'm good for now. It's a gold tracer upgrades with I think this upgrades with Twinkling Titanite. It's a pretty cool weapon. It leaves behind gold streaks. as you attack, but it's pretty short. Similar range to the not falchion, the other one, scimitar. Similar range to the scimitar, but it is a better weapon. Definitely a good dexed weapon if you're interested in it, but it doesn't have near the range of the Uchigatana or the side sword, or probably still not even the range of the Silver Knight straight sword, but you know, potential. What am I doing? My god, I'm on autopilot. Let's go check on Rhea. Proceeds to run completely past where she is. Okay. She's still here praying.
I'm ready. Then be safe. Very
Ferrer Knox. Okay. So everything seems to be functional here. So I'm going to head to the next Lord Soul area, because that's where we're going to push 2 quest lines forward in. And we get a Lord Soul to offer up to the Lord Vessel. So going to go to the Daughter of Chaos bonfire. So we already killed the Demon Fire Sage. And so we opened the path forward through that area. We ended up coming back up here and leaving, but we did open that up. So we'll take the elevator back down. Nope. This way. Gemite. Switch back to this for this one. I don't want this with Artorias. Whoops. Artorias, because it's just a little bit too slow. And in a fight like that, you really want to make sure you're getting your attacks in quickly. The scythe is widely considered to be mathematically the best dexterity weapon, just because of its scaling and its bleed. But also, it was the best dex weapon for PvP, because primarily the run slash is able to hit around shields. So it can, like, the way that it kind of comes up and around, you're able to kind of hit a person as though their shield wasn't up, which is kind of funny. Just because of the way hitboxes work. I think they've changed it. I don't, maybe they just fixed it in the remaster. I'm not sure. But anyway, come down these stairs. We light this bonfire. Should probably kindle this one, just so that you have 10 for that boss. I don't know if I'd say it's a particularly difficult boss. It's more of just an irritating boss, which I would say is true for most of the bosses in. I'm gonna grab this. In this kind of yeah, in this general section, I'd say, oh, well, I'd say most of them are just more irritating than they are difficult, Fire Sage included. Praise the sun indeed. So Solare's here. He can help you with this boss. he's helpful in the sense that he offers a distraction. Ooh. Just gonna put on a bit more fire defense. Oh, how heavy does that make me? Oh, nice. What am I at? I could just do the math, I suppose. 46. Oh, okay, so I still have a point. Those are too heavy. Those are also too heavy. Those are even lighter and have better fire. Maybe I'll just do that. Gives me the funny cuffs. Alright. I'm still super light. So there's a reason that I'm getting the best fire defense that I can get. So we're going to come in here. Into hell. And we see that petrified thing that I was looking at that was hanging off the side of the wall before the demon fire sage, which seems to not be petrified at all, but merely sleeping. And this monstrosity is the centipede demon. So we're just gonna run and jump. You can see that lava did a whole lot of damage. Keep running around, heal up. Oh! I'm very dead. Oh, how am I not dead? I'm still gonna die. Oh my god. Okay, I don't know how I pulled that off. Accident, I believe, is the answer. I'm gonna buff. And I'm gonna wait. So this gives you the most space to fight him, because fighting him back where you first come into the area is a good way to have him just... Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, guy, stop. Can you just stop? What are you doing? You could just stop spamming the same attack over and over and over again that I keep missing here. Give me this. You don't need that attack anymore. How about you don't do that? Good God. Like I said, more irritating than difficult. So if you cut off that weird centipede tail that he has, it'll break off and it'll be a separate entity, but you know, it dies pretty quick. And then you can kill it for the charred ring. And even just if you get this ring in your first attempt, it reduces lava damage, so you can equip it and then you can stand on the lava. And it deals very negligible damage over time. And then that'll make it easier for your second attempt, because it'll be much easier to just run over here without worrying about the lava damage. But he's just irritating. if you bring Solaire in, maybe you're better off fighting him just at the entrance, just because Solaire's gonna kind of prevent you from bringing him over here. It's just there's not a lot of room. Like, this is all the room you have to deal with here, and you run the risk of getting kind of trapped in here or here while this guy's coming on you, and just like your camera can clip through the walls while you're trying to dodge stuff. It's just not great. But you just want to jump over the lava here, and then if you don't get smacked like I did, you want to kind of do the same thing. Jump over and then spam roll. But make sure you heal when you get to that point, when you get to right here, so that you're full health, because this will probably do 2 instances of damage. You can see, you saw the tick on my foot when I jumped, and then the fire when I landed. So it should do 2 instances of damage, which might take out... It'll probably take you down really, really far, and then you can run back here and heal back up. But the fight's just more irritating than it is difficult. It'll probably still take a couple attempts. And it isn't exactly a fun boss either, which is the biggest disappointment. But we'll come over here. You can see that there's a little hole in the wall here. This is probably my least favorite zone in terms of disappointment, I guess. But I don't find it as annoying or irritating or difficult as the Tomb of the Giants. I just hate the Tomb of the Giants. I just think it's bad world design, in my opinion. What am I doing? What do I want with this? I don't know. I don't really want anything. Kind of fine. I guess I'll go to 40 dex. That makes sense, I suppose. So over here we have our good old friend, Solaire.
Why?
Why what, buddy?
After all this searching,
Still can't find your
still
son, eh?
cannot find it. Why? After all,
Seems a little dejected. Seems like the man's struggling. So he's on the same journey we are, but, different motivation. He's trying to find his own son. Seemingly literally. So we're just going to run along this branch. Route. I think it's route is more accurate. So this is Lost Izalith. At least Lost Izalith looks pretty cool. I think you've got the lava, you've got these dragon torsos, which is what we saw in the Painted World. But this area suffers really, really, really bad from the copy-paste problem, where it's just the same enemy over and over and over and over again. And they're irritating and they're hard to kill, and they have this attack where they leap straight up into the air and come crashing back down, and it's not fun, and it's irritating, and it's difficult to deal with. But like I said, at least it looks cool. I mean, look at that. What is that? Looks pretty cool. So we'll come down around here. I'm just going to skip over and grab this. And so you just kind of want to stick along the routes. So we grab that item, we come up onto these routes, and we'll walk over onto these ones. And around. As long as you stay on this path, you won't pull any of these guys. Which I know is hard to believe, considering how close we're getting to them. And then we'll come across to one of these little outcroppings. Just watch that you're not straying too far from the path. Follow this along. Come around here. here. Again, just stick to the path. And we'll come up this route. You can see just how many of these nuisances are in here. Like, count 21 just from what I can see. Like, that's not including what's on this side. But again, at least it looks cool. Visually, it's interesting. Gameplay wise, it's just lazy. So we'll come down here. We'll just walk off onto this route and then roll down to here, and we'll strike this wall, and there's a bonfire. This is a huge pain in the ass if you don't get this bonfire. Again, you're welcome to kindle this one. You're going to be operating off of this one for a fair bit. Just make sure that you keep this ring on while you're going to be crossing the lava. We're just going to run across to this little covered bridge thing. And are up around the roots. You can also come up that one there. And down into here. So there's just entirely too many of those little statue guys, these guys. Just entirely too many in this little section here. Oh, hello. Uh-oh. Alright, is that all of them? Seems to be all of them. And there's this goober. I think there's an item on this side. Yes. Alright, I'll top off just because. And then there is a Chaos Eater up here, which has one of the funniest designs in the game. It's like a Triffid or something. It's got these teeth in the top. It's spit out of these little thingamajiggers. Corrodes your weaponry. It's got eyes all over itself. Little monstrosity is what it is. So come in here, and best practice is to, whoops, is to just shoot her. You can see there's a pyromancer right there. If you walk too far forward, and you're human, oh, nice roll. Alright, okay. If you walk too far forward and you're human, you're going to trigger an NPC invasion. Hello? Stupid armor. Goodbye, Kirk. So that's his third invasion point, and we missed the one in the depths. Just because I didn't go down that way, because it was a waste of time, other than his invasion. But if you do all three, like I said, his armor shows up in that arena with the Fair Lady. You can see this weird. So this is where we saw. This is the weird temple that we saw from the beginning. But first things first, now that we've cleared that stuff out, we're going to come down this route and kill even more of these stupid statue things. Like I said, this area suffers really, really bad from the copy-paste problem of the last third of this game. I love this game, but it has its faults, and I do often get fatigued before doing the actual Lord Soul bosses. The bosses themselves, with the exception of this one, aren't too bad. I actually quite like the Nito boss fight. I think the Four Kings are fine. Kind of, again, suffer from that more irritating than difficult issue. But, you know. And then the Beta Chaos, which is what we're going up against, is a fight that I really dislike. And it's the only boss in the game that Miyazaki himself has apologized for, which will tell you something about what this nightmare is. And it's not that it's a difficult fight, it's that it's a difficult nonsense. So, you know, fair warning, but I'll show you what I mean. And I'll show you, I won't show you the right way, I'll show you the easy way, because this boss is irritating and there's no good way to fight it, and there's no benefit to trying to do it the air quotes right way. I don't know how far away I can be. It's probably smartest to just do this. I should probably equip the Hawk Ring though. Oh, I'm so far away it doesn't deal damage. So everyone at least once dies in this area. Oh, that's not dealing any damage. Don't think I can poison him, but that is all I have for arrows. But I haven't aggroed him, so I guess, you know, take what you can get. Oh, whoopsie. I hit him in his stump. No, it still deals 39. Okay. This Titanite Demon, unlike all the others, has two unique qualities. One is that he has a ridiculous health pool, and the other is that he respawns when you rest at a bonfire, which is different from every other one. Oh, I don't have patience for this. Okay. I'm just gonna fight him. He might just push me off this bridge to my death, but you know, this is the life I lead. So that's very much something to watch out for with this guy, is that he can just knock you off the bridge. Ow. I mean, he also just deals a lot of damage, so he can just mess you up, but he can absolutely just full on knock you off this bridge. Oh, this is a mistake. I knew it was a mistake when I started doing it, but I still did it. See that I've put a few hits into him. Ow. 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 Goodbye. Grab this crystal lizard. Oh, I'm gonna miss this crystal lizard. Okay. So this, if you'll recall, is the shortcut that I opened up where we came in and killed the maggots. I'm just gonna kill that one again just for fun. And we find our buddy boy here.
Was it all a lie? Have I done this all for nothing? Oh, my dear son. What now? What should I do? My son. My dear, dear son.
I know, bud.
Was it all
I
a
know.
lie? Oh, my.
So, if you've done it correctly, I mean, you know, correctly is all a matter of opinion, I suppose. If you've done Solaire's questline fully up to this point, that's where you'll find him. And the reason why we opened that shortcut and why we did what we did I do not care to fight this man. There is far too large a risk that I'll just straight up die. But he does drop Demon Titanite every time you kill him, and he does respawn, so it might be worth noting. I only have one Estus Flask. That kind of sucks, but oh well. So, the reason why we went to the Fair Lady and we got the Covenant to +2 and we went in there. Oh, speaking of. Is because we needed to kill the Sunlight Maggot. Actually, can I still. Oh, no. We needed to kill the Sunlight Maggot because if Solaire finds it, he will. You'll find him in there, hollowed. Actually, not hollowed, which is an interesting point. He's not hollowed, but he's wearing the Sunlight Maggot, and he has a line, something about finally finding his son. Now he is truly incandescent, and he fights you. Alright. So we'll follow down here. So, you know, Solaire's story, as is, you know, really everyone's story in this game, quite tragic in the sense that either he ends his quest finding what he believes to be his son and becoming incandescent as he says, or he fails because we've stepped in and killed the maggot before he could find it, and therefore he feels like he's failed, yet he gets to live. We express our will on this world quite a lot, especially on the NPCs that we come across. And whether that's for the better or for worse, it's really up to you to decide personally within yourself whether you're doing the right thing. But also maybe it's worth asking whether there is a right thing at all. And maybe we're just trying to help these people out in a world that's truly not for them. A world that seems to be truly working against humankind, against humanity. So we see all these ridiculous Chaos Eaters. Grab your bow and kill these guys. Take no prisoners, ask no questions. We're just gonna kill them. Careful you don't fall in, careful you don't clip and hit Sigmire. Oops. I was I was gonna finally finish my bit of the whole believing one to be the other by saying this was Siegland. But this one is indeed the man, the myth, the legend. Siegmeyer himself. You can. I wonder if I can clip through his helmet here. This is a pretty good spot to clip through it. Hit, aha, oh, hit, it's kind of working. You can kind of see his face. A little bit you can see his face. Wake up, man. That's right. Pull yourself together. Yeah, sure, the warmth. Whatever you say, buddy. Well, now that you mention it, I was kind of destroying them, but perhaps the time has come. What? What, Siegmeyer? You have an idea? You'll rush them. I mean, dude, you haven't rushed into anything in your life. What do you mean, rush them? Huh? What's wrong with you, man? What do you mean? What are you doing? You gotta use your head and think. Listen, I can't hear it, but I love his line delivery on these. The way he delivers these lines is just beautiful. What happened? Hello? Buddy? Uh-oh, he bugged. God, I hate these quest lines. God, I hate these quest lines. I hate these goddamn quest lines. Okay, so as he's yelling that, he should jump down to fight the Chaos Eaters. He might have bugged out because I killed most of them. Maybe I should have just left them all on one last hit like this guy. Who knows? Like I said, these things are fickle as hell. I can't talk to him now either. I'm just wondering, if I jump down, will he jump down with me, or do I kick him off? I think I'm gonna kick him and hope that I don't accidentally punch him. Oh! Oh god, oh no, oh god, oh no, oh god. Oh god! Alright, okay. Let me do one of these. Like I said, even when you do everything right, these quest lines can be an absolute night. Oh, no. Oh, there he is. Look at him go. Yeah. Nice. Oh, uh-oh. Oh, I don't have my sword. That's alright, he's okay. He blocked it. Nice. Look at this tank. Where are you going? My guy? Hello? You good?
But you, didn't you get away?
I did not.
Well, you saved me.
Well,
Once again. Oh, thank goodness. I'm exhausted.
how about we say we
I
saved
think
each
I'll
other?
have a rest. Oh, don't you worry.
Maybe you
Down
should.
below me is my pillow. I'll recover.
I know you will. And he's asleep again. This man. The only guy I know who can sleep in a swamp of poison. So I just equipped the rusted iron ring so I can walk around in here without being slow, because I don't want to do that. It's annoying. Mind yourself, there are still Chaos Eaters around. You can walk around these pits. They are death. You just die if you fall in there. And there is a way up. Oh yeah, here it is. Get the stairs. Here? Is this right? This one around. I don't know. One of these routes leads up. Oh yeah, this looks like it. Okay, here we go. And we're out of here. Oof. Thank God that quit and reload worked. Alright. Me with my 0 Estus flasks. I'm still gonna make an attempt on this. Well, actually, maybe I'll just go do this first. Okay, I'm also gonna switch to these so I can actually deal damage. This isn't a looser, right? No, okay. Is this a mimic? No. I can't remember. Oh, yeah, Fire Whip. Pretty good pyromancy. Again, good for PvP. It breaks shield block pretty good, because it's a bunch of different instances of damage. So you can break shield block by just burning somebody's stamina away, practically literally. I am just going to use a humanity to heal myself. I don't want the rest of the iron ring anymore. I want, I guess I want the hawk ring. I don't really know. Alright, so we're going to do the cha-cha. Break the branches. And this is the bed of chaos. So we see what seems to be... Okay, alright, there's no branches falling into the chute. We see what seems to be a very humanoid form, flanked by these two glowing spheres with these lines of roots shooting upwards, and then something glowing seemingly again in a protective barrier in the middle. So I don't know, I don't remember what this looks like in the base game. I think it does look quite different. I remember it being more difficult to see in the base game. But we're going to come to this side first because I find it easier. I'm going to just do this so that she doesn't sweep me with her long tree fingers. I'm also just remembering that I don't have a weapon equipped. So just roll through and break these branches until we get to the center. And then just hit that root. So that glowing root at the center. We get rid of that tether. And we got a giant flaming tenderly appendage. And I'm just gonna quit and reload. That's what this boss is. So when you so the goal of this boss is to break both of those side roots, have those tendrils erupt, and then go into the middle and break the final middle one underneath the female looking figure made out of tree. Right in the middle. make sure that you keep your block up while you run around here. Because the tendril is going to run along the floor and try and smack you. She's going to sweep her arms around and try to smack you. There's a whole bunch of garbage going on in this fight. But if you... Oh. I felt that one. If you die after you do each one of these, so if you break the one that I broke and then you die over there, when you come back, this is what it'll look like. It won't reset your progress because it's that bad of a boss that they decided they wouldn't reset your progress every time. So you don't have to worry about that. At least I don't think you do. Again, now I don't know. I can't say for certain that that's the way it works in the original game. But either way, you can just quit and reload once you break that one, and then come over here, equip your Hawk Ring. I'm gonna keep it just low enough. I'm gonna keep breaking these branches, breaking these branches, breaking these branches. Oh, I can't see with all the camera shake going on. So we'll just keep breaking branches. We need to go lower, we need to go higher. Oh wait, over here. Here's the glowing one. Oh, there's an invisible wall there. Oh, so much shake. Still invisible wall, still invisible wall. Can't remember exactly where I need to. Oh my god, hit up. There you go. Skip that cutscene, quit and reload. And now for the actual difficult part. So now we have to actually get to the one underneath her, which is big time annoying. I'm not actually going to even bother equipping a weapon. So we get the firestorm on the way down for effect. Well, that was a delayed roll. I pressed that so long ago. Just gonna keep my block up and run forwards. This is gonna crumble. I'm gonna point my... Oh! That's why it's difficult. I just lost 55,000 souls. That's fine. I'll just pick them up again. Sure, why not? Why am I at this? Did I not rest at that bonfire? Did I not rest at that bonfire? I'm an idiot. Alright, before I forget, switch this back to the charred ring. That's the number one way I'm gonna die. He didn't come back here, did he? No, he's gone. Ay. Yeah, that's why this boss fight is hard. It's not hard because it's actually a hard fight. It's hard because it's just nonsense. It's just unpredictable nonsense. It's just sometimes she does the sweep at that time, and then I guess you just die. And then sometimes she doesn't, and you're fine. And it's very difficult to dodge the sweep in the first place. It is just ultimately not a fun fight. Oh, I still don't have a real weapon. Imagine. Alright. We're almost back. Can't believe I didn't rest at this. Alright. Do a run back. I still don't think I care to actually bother even equipping a weapon. I don't think I'm actually going to kill any of these. I think I'm just going to run past them. I will change off. Well, yeah, I might as well put this on. Just on the off chance that the extra iframes allows me to roll something of hers and actually get through to her. Oh, got a buddy on me. Uh-oh, I'm stuck. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. Okay, time to go. I just don't want him following me. Alright, here we go. Let's see what kind of random I get this time. Firestorm. Just avoid the pillars. Bait the swipe. And we're running. And we're running. And we're running. And we're running. And we're rolling. And we're rolling. And just book it. Book it. Book it. Book it. Just keep rolling to break the branches. Roll to break the branches. Spam roll, and then punch this little creature. This little bug. Goodbye. I'd call it a boss, but it's not really a boss. This failed experiment is dead. We won. We beat it. That's the Lord Soul Boss, everybody. Wrap it up. We're calling it a day. It's time to go home. What an absolutely terrible boss design. I mean, it looks cool. It's very thematically cool. But just, I mean, it's not even a fight. You're not actually fighting anything. I do not like this boss. I do have very many souls. Okay. Okay. Alright. I think... Go do... Back to the Daughter of Chaos Bonfire. I think we're gonna go do... Oh, actually, there's something I have to do before I do that. I think I will do Ash Lake next. I'm gonna go back to Firelink. I have more things I have to check on. Aha! He found his way back.
Well, hello again.
Oh.
I have finally located my father.
You did?
All of your help was invaluable to us. Thank you so much. I was finally able to pass on my mother's last words.
Oh.
My father, he went on his final adventure.
What do you mean his final adventure? Where'd he go?
That's just the way he is. Undead or no. Sort of reassuring, really. He
I suppose.
goes hollow. I'll just have to kill him again.
Huh?
My father, don't worry. He goes hollow. I'll just have to kill him again.
Sigland? What the hell are you talking about? she's not. No, she's not anywhere near as good a position as he was. I think probably. Huh? Okay, that was the armor. Aha! Uh, uh. Okay, she's looking at me, so that makes it far more difficult to see her face. Anyway. So, she says if he goes hollow, she'll just have to kill him again. The again is a little worrying, just because we know that from that she's done it once before. Now it might just be bad translation. It might be an inappropriate reading of the script. It could be many things because it doesn't fully fit with what we know to be true about the hollowing process and the undead. When an undead goes fully hollow, they don't come back from it. And so it wouldn't really make sense if he went hollow, she killed him once before, and he then came back as totally normal. That's not really the process that we know of. But also, it could be... We know that time in Lordran from Solaire, he tells us when we find him up at the Hellkite Drake Bridge, he tells us that time is convoluted, with heroes centuries old phasing in and out. So it's possible that Sigland is speaking in more of her. It could be just that time is confusing, and we don't really know what's happening with her and all this, and where she's coming from, and if she's of this time. We also know that she came out of a crystal golem, so there's a lot of questions to be asked there, but that's very concerning. But I mean, I suppose another question to ask yourself is, are you not doing the exact same thing when your friends inevitably wind up going hollow? When these poor NPCs who've been helping you and who've become friends to you eventually lose their way.
Sometimes
you end up killing them too. Put them out of their misery. Put an end to their stories. Okay. She's still here.
Miracles I do not warm easily to unfamiliar faces. The bonfire below is so very frequented it makes it difficult. I have lost all those who were close to me.
So we have some new dialogue from her. She says the bonfire below is so frequented, and she has a hard time being there because she's lost everyone who was close to her. And so she's worried of getting too close to anyone because she's lost those who she called friends.
Oh, something.
Alright. So I think that's everything I need to do up here. Oh, yeah. Before I continue to forget, come down to Anastasia, reinforce my Estus flask.
I am impure. Please leave, I wish.
Alright, so we'll go back to the Daughter of Chaos. Oops, too far. I'm just gonna do this. Because I don't like the beef jerky face. Alright, and we'll go to the Great Hollow. So, Sieglind came to find her father, to pass on her mother's final words. So we know that Siegmeyer left on his adventure before she passed. And it's reasonable to guess that he's on the same path as you. He's also trying to become the chosen undead. He's also trying to find his way in this terrible world. Gonna switch this back to the Rusted Iron Ring. Oh. Actually, I don't know if I can teleport to the bonfire at the top here. Bonfire at the top of the Great Hollow. I'm not actually sure if that's on the list. But, you know, it's not a far run. So we'll come back in here and we'll actually take a walk down the tree. So we're gonna do some running around the roots. So right here, see if I can die. Yep. Oh no, I didn't die. But I did mess up. Hello? What the fuck? Okay. I did mess up the jump though. Okay, goodbye, Crystal Lizard. Come back up. Let's try this again. If I do one roll. Yeah, there we go. So this is the Chloranthia ring. And this increases your stamina recovery. Increases the speed at which your stamina recovers, which is a very good It's a very, very good ring. Oh, what have I done here? Get this. Want to come back down to this one. Okay, fine. Rude. Grab this. Down here. Kill these lizards. These terrible, terrible, terrible lizards. Ah! Oh, well, that was extremely close. So, those mists affect you with curse. And I believe I've already talked about curse. If it fully builds up, it'll instantly kill you no matter how much health you have. And when you come back at the bonfire, you'll have half of your total max HP. And you will not be able to recover it. And it sucks. Sorry, you will not be able to recover it with an Estus Flask. You have to recover it using a not a transient curse. What the hell's it called? Uh-oh. What's the name? You know, the thing? Yeah, the thing. You have to use the thing to remove the curse. Purging Stone. That's what it's called. Purging Stone. I think I might be losing my mind. I mean, also, I think I'm just way too tired to be playing this game right now. Okay. There's a bunch of items in the Great Hollow doing all this jumping nonsense, or falling nonsense. You don't need to worry about picking up too much of it. A lot of it is just for elemental weapons, or it's consumable souls that aren't exactly terribly useful anymore at this point. I'm gonna die, aren't I? Uh-oh. Oh, I live. I did miss that branch, though. So there's more lizards down here. Oh, please. These stupid basilisks. Just keep an eye on the ground. There's holes in the floor. Oh, there it is. Go down this ladder. I believe there's more. Yeah, lizards down here. Let me out. Okay. Oh. Okay, just fully missed. Die. We'll keep coming down. Down, 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 down. We see these giant mushrooms. What is that item? Oh. Oh, I saw the shadow of a lizard. Just a little mushroom men. Not really interested concerning myself with them. So the little ones will just flop. And they'll deal damage if they flop on you. Ow! Like that. Stop it! Leave me alone, Mushroom Man. The big one will full-on clock you if you let him get too close. He will punch you right in your stupid face. Oh no. I mean, first of all, Ash Lake is gorgeous. Other than you. Second, something's gone wrong. I was looking for a Neil, but
My father, all hollow now, has been subdued. He will cause no more trouble. Finally over. I will return to the room. You assisted us so greatly. I can hardly return the favor, but please accept this. It's of no use to me now. Oh, Father. Dear Father.
well, here we find Siegmeyer. After all of the questing he's done, after all the intrepid adventuring, there's a lot of questions to ask. Why do we find him here? In this ethereal plane of existence? What caused him to go hollow? Maybe it's that he lost the thing he was adventuring for. He's reunited with his daughter, but has lost, presumably, the woman that he loves. Hearing her final words to him, words that were so important that Sigland had to follow in her father's footsteps, had to come all this way to find him. You have to wonder what those words were. And what could have been said that brought him in many ways to the ends of the earth. Did he go hollow here simply because he lost his will to push forward, his will to fight on? Who's to know? But I am first and foremost an absolute monster.
Yes, now I see. You are one of the bad ones. Then there's only one thing to do with you.
I am indeed one of the bad ones. So, we know that clearly Sigmund cared for Sigmar. Like, we hear that with her dying breath, we hear her love for him. Which is why I did that, by the way. I think it's important to understand motivations in this game when that's really all we have to go off of. She says that she's killed him before. And then we find them down here, her standing over his body. It's interesting to ask why that is. Did he truly go hollow? Was there some other part to the story? But it seems that we have no reason to disbelieve Sigmund. Ow. That was rude. You're just gonna spit water? Is that all you're gonna do? What if I come over here? You actually use your little... There we go. Ow! Okay, and then I'm back up. Absolute loser. So I think it's fair to believe that Sigmund is genuine. And that her father did indeed go hollow, and that she put him out of his misery. And whether that was to preserve his honor or preserve the honor of the family, who's to know? In case it hasn't been painfully obvious, this Hydra is far more of a pain to deal with. Just an absolute pain. I mean, you can't just run down the length of the beach and leave him alone. But I mean, first of all, he's a dick. So he deserves this. Second of all, it does make it just kind of generally more difficult to get to where we're going if you leave him alive. Because he will leap from one side to the other. I think Jacob and Julia saw that animation. Well, he'll leap out of the water on this side to the water on the other side if you run too far away from him. But yeah, like I said, there really isn't a quest line or a storyline in Dark Souls that isn't tragic. Even the good endings that we'll receive from some of these quest lines they don't truly feel like we're necessarily doing good. Oh, alright. Dead. Alright, got the dragon scale. You can go around that side and up into that tree. I don't think I'll bother. I don't think there's anything in there of particular value to me. Watch coming up over this side. I don't think it's so much a problem right here. It's a problem further down. But you can just kind of slip down this side, and if there's not that little beach there, you can just slide right into the water and die. This is a cool little question mark. We're not really sure if that skull is there for a reason, or if it's just a purging stone. This thing I was just really trying to remember. Or if it's just there to kind of be maybe a talking point in the lore, or even a oh no, it's this side I'm thinking of. Or even a nod to other media. Because we don't really know of any creatures in the world that have existed that would have fit that skull. Yeah, it's here I'm thinking of. If you get too far over this side, you'll just slide right off into the water and die. We're going to come down here. So this Ash Lake in general is quite interesting. We see what, we would believe to be, and I'm going to say most likely so, we believe to be arch trees. When you're online, you can see the corpses of people who've been... what am I even doing in here? Is there a reason for me to be here? What's out here? I don't even remember what items are where in this place. I don't usually bother with any of the items, I just come over to here. But we see many, many arch trees. And we know that when the world was unformed and shrouded in fog. Okay. Crab's gonna mess me up. Whatever that is. Oyster gonna mess me up. Clam. Clam, Davis. It's a clam. Yeah, when the world was unformed and shrouded in fog, it seems pretty unformed and shrouded in fog here. It was a land of gray crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons. Now we know that Gwyn and his knights fought the dragons for control of the world as we know it. Bonfire, the second of Ash Lake, and an NPC. And we just saw a shadow. Of this dragon. So we don't even light this bonfire. It's already lit, which is interesting. So it asks us to pray to the everlasting dragons. You see his little face up there. We've already progressed Solaire's quest, so we're safe to abandon the Covenant and join this one to get the dragon stuff. But if you come around behind him, we have his tail, and we can get the dragon greatsword. And he doesn't seem to really care. Weirdly enough, it doesn't really bother him. Apparently he wasn't really using that. This sword, one of the rare dragon weapons, came from the tail of a stone dragon of Ash Lake, descendant of the ancient dragons. Its great mystical power will be unleashed when wielded in two hands. So there is still a descendant of the arch dragons living amongst what seems to be arch trees down far below the world that we're inhabiting above. Okay. We'll go back to the DLC now. Because I have a dragon to kill. Alright. There we go. That's right. Got a weapon that can kill you even when you jump away from me like that. Alright. So now this wall is instanced. Now the fight itself doesn't actually start till we get down into the arena. There's a crystal lizard you can get there. Come down. And the fight begins. And we'll see our good friend Calamite come around this corner. Black Dragon, Calamite. He breathes fire. He swings and flails around. Oh. When he flies straight up in the air, you want to run directly away from him. You can just roll through that to get some hits in. We will blow fire when he does that. Just back up until you break lock on. And, oh. Oh, oh, oh. Ow, ow, ow. Oh god, no. Okay. Don't want that. When he does that, oh. That thing in front of him with the glowing eye, he will. Oh, why did I do this here? Oh, I'm just. No, I'm dead. I'm just an idiot, that's all. No, I'm dead. Oh. I'm too tired of doing this tonight. I don't even keep my thoughts straight. When he does that little stand up on his. Oh, yeah, okay. On his hind legs, and his eye will glow. If you're in front of him when he does that, he'll basically curse you. And you'll be set to like 1 HP. If I'm remembering right. It's pretty easy to dodge, just roll a couple of times to the side when he starts to do it, but you just don't want to get caught up in it. This is quite a difficult fight. All of the DLC bosses are fairly difficult. The DLC itself is kind of oh, what the... is kind of meant to be done kind of at the end of your playthrough. So you're expected to be fully geared up, leveled up, decked out, ready to go. Give this another try or two. See if we can't get him down. Pine resin, gold pine resin is probably the best bet for this fight. He is, after all, a dragon. Watch the little spin. Oh, run. Yeah, if you just roll a couple of times to the side, you should be fine with that. Oh. When it comes to fighting dragons, you don't really ever want to be behind them. Roll backwards. Let him breathe his fire. Ow. General rule of thumb is that... Oh, no, not backwards. Oh, God. Made the same mistake twice. Didn't die this time for it, though. Yeah, anyway. Roll backwards. Now, maybe he can bleed. I don't know for sure. I don't think he can. But maybe he can. go. And just back up to the range. Top off. Side. Watch the tail. If you cut off his tail, he won't do that nonsense anymore. But cutting off his tail could be easier. Oh no, I'm not in the right spot for this. There's a chest there, but you can't open it while you're doing this. Yeah, cutting off of his tail can be easier said than done, for sure. But you kind of, ow. You kind of want to stay at his face. You don't want to be behind him, and you don't want to be too under him either. Uh-oh. Yeah, I knew it was getting by that. Thank you. Easiest if you just lock on and run to the side of him when he does that, or back right up. But today, bucko. I probably could have agreed with the last hit there, but better safe. Easy enough to get the last hit in there. Alright, 2 shots. That's not so bad. Considering how much dragon. Yep. How much dragon this damage does? Considering that, it's actually not too bad. So we can come and get this chest. Which is glowing for some reason, and it's another slab. So that's 2 more fresh slabs for us. One from Sigland and one from here. That's only 2. Yeah. Oh yeah, might as well come get these souls, I suppose. And I believe these are some Hawkeye's great arrows. Oh, it's a developer message. If only Hawkeye were here. They really tried to tell you how to not die to Calamite. Because if you come down here and try to fight him without talking to Go, he just is flying the whole time. And he just breathes fire all the time. And just rains down fire on you and kills you. And I guess they just really wanted to make sure that if somebody was really struggling, they'd be able to figure out how to get Calamite to be on the ground. I don't know why I'm walking back to the bonfire. Alright. Oops, not that button. What am I doing? Oh, this is definitely the end of this one for today, because Davis's brain is absolute mashed bananas right now. But before I sign off of this one, we have something very important to tell our friend. Hey,
Why, thou hast
sure did.
defeated Calamite, wondrously played. Lord Gwyn's blessing upon me. That beast will never take to the skies again. Ah, this great bow, I shan't need it, with no dragons to hunt. I know not if a human could even operate it. But here, thy need outweighs mine. Now, I would
And
have
so
trusted
he entrusts us with
farewell
his great
proud
bow.
me every honor.
What am I doing? My god, my brain really is mush right now. Alright. Great bow used by Hawkeye Go, the lord of Lord Gwyn's 4 knights for dragon slaying. Larger than those used by the dragon slayers, only their leader Go had the strength to handle it. Wait a minute. That's your great bow right there. What did you give me? But anyway. This guy is kind of a fascinating character. The carving, the repetitive carving of wood is a very Buddhist thing, bringing about inner peace. We don't know. What am I doing? Oh my goodness. We don't know for sure, but we saw him reach for his great bow in that cinematic. Almost as though he couldn't see it. Maybe some things are just mysteries. But either way, the man's proud of us. And that's the important thing. So, that's a pretty healthy chunk of change. Quite a lot of things to accomplish and to overcome. Not the greatest of bosses, but you know, bosses nonetheless. Okay, okay. Bye.